we'll hold off before going out either of these doors to the main level. Keep exploring the rest of this place. Oh, that is a lot of bodies. Mutilated corpses. Gross. Lore warp. Yep, we've got another chaos symbol. 100% chance to succeed. The symbol before you bears a faint scent, a familiar scent, that of the dark forces of chaos. The chopped up slabs of flesh have been thoroughly washed of any blood. Now I'm curious, with all the delightfully well-prepared meals that everyone's talking about, and I see chopped up bodies, I'm just like, I don't know about that. Diary Part 3. I'm scared. I should have known all that charity from the Warden was going to bring nothing but trouble. No noble, no matter how barmy, would pull anything of the sort. But that man, it started with the little things. The Warden would come by to talk, as he did, except he used to ask us questions before, and now he mostly gushing sermons. Some gibberish about a path to purgation, the sanctity of sacrifice, seeing with blinded eyes. I listened and nodded. Yes, Master Warden, of course, Master Warden. He could say whatever rubbish he wanted as long as the tasty optimate meals kept coming. I thought everyone else was doing the same, nodding just to please the big man. I was wrong. After that, people in the barracks started yapping about purgation and blindness too. Apparently, us optimists were no longer just the Warden's favorites. We were, Emperor forgive us, prophets of some kind, who were meant to save the rest of this sorry lot, or awaken them, or make them see, some rubbish along those lines. People were now supposed to make sacrifices to optimates. Yesterday, the sap who slept in the bed under me in my first year here cut off his own damn ear and crawled on his knees toward me. He handed me the ear and begged me not to forsake him when the fateful hour came. What in the throne am I supposed to do with an ear? Why is everyone, every single one, staring at me all the time? The Warden said the time was nigh, that fate had truly great things in store for the optimates. I went to look how my good friend Cleansen was doing. He hasn't spoken for 3 months ever since I had all his top teeth ripped out. He spoke today. He looked straight at me and said, "Dead man." I kept hitting him until it hurt me. Now my fists and feet are all bruised. Half the barracks stood there and watched and prayed. I'm scared. Yeah. This is all bad news. Severed human body parts. Yeah. All the heresy. Prison guard key. Well, I'm definitely going to take that, because that's sure to be useful. Judging by the number of horrid morsels, dozens of victims were slain here. Anything else to see down here? Doesn't look like it. So do we want to go up through this door to the main level, or this sort of back side door? This is obviously the main choice, so we'll go the side route. With a quick save first.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Oh, that just takes us out here. And that probably is the other door to the barracks, yeah. Okay, well, let's build a bridge. Cool. And open this door. I wonder if we're going to find the guy who wrote those diaries, or if he's just dead now. Oh, we can clearly get down there at some point. Three-dimensionality of this area is pretty cool. Just seeing down there at things that we will later interact with. That's another one of those heretical lenses, isn't it? Several of them. Okay. We'll get to that later.
A new challenge for me.
A corpse in uniform decorated with the Winterscale coat of arms. Okay, so this was his escort unit. The dead guard did not even have time to draw a weapon. The attack must have come as a surprise. I'm going to go in here just to verify that it does connect where I expect it to. And it does. Okay. Just wanted to make sure we didn't miss anything. Well, with that all figured out, let's go here. Think it'll take everyone? I hope it doesn't leave Cassia there because she's not climbing on the elevator. Good. Baldur's Gate did that the other day and I was confused. Alright, we've got stuff going here. Awoken prisoner, guard, awoken prisoner. Oh. The Warden Winterscale is strapped to a bed. That's probably a bad thing. Before we go there, I'm gonna see... It doesn't look like any of these cables are going to there. So I was like, if there's a generator here that's, you know, torturing him, or some sort of device that's torturing him, it would be good to shut it off. But it doesn't look like it. Let's do a Medicae on this guy. The evidence suggests that the victim was killed by a poison gas. Okay. The glass-making furnace was used to melt the extracted sand into glass. And that's the glass that they're using to make their chaos lenses, I'm sure. So there's something special about the glass they're able to make here. Fire grenade, force grenade, melt charge. Anything else I can do before we go down there? I doubt it. Maybe we could go in that door. Wow, do they have people just like staked to the wall? Dude, you guys are super messed up. I'm sure that once we open this door and start heading down there, some cutscene's gonna kick off.
It's about time.
Like, part of me wants to just, like, shoot this guy. Because we could. But part of me wants to see how this plays out. Can we walk down here? We can. Okay. Warden Casteglia, I told you, Evie. They are hiding so much from us. Arrogant mentors, holy brothers and sisters. What have they ever given us? Nothing but a pile of fibs and useless admonitions. The voice of the man standing with his back to you sounds almost soft. Heedless of everything but what is before him, he leans over a prisoner dressed in expensive clothing. But Aurora, she is different. She spoke with me like no one ever had before. She revealed the truth to me, and now I can reveal it to you. If you just stop struggling for 1 minute... What? The man finally realizes he is not alone and turns to you. He's clutching a long, thin metallic rod with blood dripping off it. We have guests? From the Von Valencia ship, I would wager. Evie, my dear, you'll have to wait. Do not faint, I beg you. It's important that you feel everything, including your other eye. As the Warden is speaking, a strange sensation draws your attention towards the ground, specifically an open pit in the loose dirt. A single word spontaneously surfaces to your mind: cradle. The pit itself does not appear to be of much interest, but at some point, it has something of great importance, something faintly familiar to you. Is that the pit they're talking about? Draws your attention towards the ground, specifically an open pit in the loose dirt. Possibly. I was probably not supposed to come down from this way, but come through there and then see the pit in front of me, but oh well. Such dreadful shades. Cassie recoils and covers her mouth. The colors of this place, they are putrescent to the core, and these people, their colors are oozing with madness and despair, pain and doom. The interrogator surveys the quarry and the Warden. This place was corrupted to its core long ago. Keep your weapons close, Lord Captain. How do you know who I am? Who's on the table? Step away. What madness have you wrought? Why'd you mutilate these people? The pit, there's something special about it. Horror was felled by my hand, you have nothing to hope for. Horror was felled by my hand, you will fall as well. I'm here to quell a riot by means far from diplomatic. How do you know who I am? Lies have many faces, but there is only one truth, and it has been laid bare before me. I knew the enemy of the truth would come here sooner or later. Who's that on the table? My sincerest apologies. Where are my manners? Please, allow me to introduce Evayne Winterscale, the younger son of Caligos Winterscale, in the flesh. You know, he was so close to witnessing the truth right before you interrupted our little chat. How dare you, contemptible peasant! For every drop of noble blood you spill, you will pay 100-fold more. Cassia turns to you for support with an expression that is equal parts indignant and frightened. Heinrich grits his teeth. The boy's alive, but if we want him to stay that way, we should hurry. What madness have you wrought in this prison? Do you truly want to know? He becomes more animated and runs a hand through his matted hair. You note that it has been some time since he last trimmed his nails. This was my garden, where I tried to grow the seedlings of a beautiful future. That was before I realized that there is no future, not in the sense ordinary people understand. We are too attached to this life, to the limitations of our weak bodies, to the short-sightedness of our eyes that can scarcely see. It is also insignificant. The true future lies beyond a real space, and the only way to reach it is through a cleansing sacrifice. Do you understand? Real space, term used to refer to the material universe as opposed to the warp. Yeah, no. Why do you mutilate these people? These are my optimates, saints who will guide the flock at the fated hour. Listen, he pauses with a smile. He pauses and smiles. Can you hear? You can't? They're crying out, calling. It's just that their cries are not meant for our ears. They cast their voices out there, beyond the edges of the glass, into the transparent quiet. There, they are heard. There, their call is answered. Rogue Trader, every moment spent on talking to this heretic could be a moment spent on destroying him and committing this place to purifying flames. Isn't it time we got started? That's two people telling me to get on with it quicker. That pit, there's something special about it, is there not? An item of value was once buried there. Now tell me, Warden, what was the item and who took it from here? The Warden's gaze bores into you, then he smiles with the corners of his lips. You are too late, enemy of the truth. This bastion has already fulfilled its great purpose. You will never find the trail of the reclaimed relic that now rests in the hands of the devout. Do I offer him surrender? No. We can ask him to step away from the hostage. I doubt he will. But then we're gonna tell him that it'll fall by my hand. Step away from the hostage at once. The Warden sneers and glances at the maimed young man. Hostage? How rude. Young Winterscale is my guest and dearest friend. He came here himself to visit his old acquaintance and have a heartfelt talk, and I am merely showing that some appropriate hospitality to commemorate our reunion. As if echoing his words, Evayne lets out a weak moan. Alright. Well, Aurora was spelled by my hand, and you will fall as well. He laughs hoarsely. You barely know what you're talking about, don't you? You may have killed Aurora's mortal shell, but the prophetess is far more than her body. One day, you will meet her other fearsome form, and you will know the sheer folly of your triumph. So the claim is that Aurora... That wasn't actually Aurora. That was just a face that Aurora was wearing, which she did seem to be sort of shifting voices and such. So it wouldn't surprise me if this is true, and we will have to fight another Aurora later. He suddenly stirs like a predatory beast. I do not like it when people take the prophetess Aurora's name in vain. I desire your death, enemy of the truth. Heinrich sighs and draws his weapon. There was never any point in having this conversation to begin with. I mean, we could have learned things. I don't think there was anything terribly important that we did learn, but we might have. The Warden raises his hand and the maimed people start thrashing about in their death throes. The time for words has passed. Optimates, give your power to this harbinger of Aurora. Let our foes see the truth or become awash in blood.
Take a knee and bow before me.
The masters demand your death.
Okay, we get to get into position this time. We are not in a great spot to do so, though. I think coming down here would have been better. But there you have it. Part of me is wondering if we broke the lenses, if anything would change. Because they're able to be attacked. But my guess is no. Well, we definitely want to kill the Warden before he can just kill Evayne. Oh, we have a bunch of people hiding out and about. No, there's too many lenses for them to want me to actually take them all out at once. Yeah, there's also basically no cover here. We can put you there in some cover. We put our frontliners. Pascal's probably fine where he is. He can get to these guys. We'll take Heinrichs and get him ready to go down here to take on both of these people, I think. And Cabela, is there any sort of groupings of people? Not really. I mean, technically either of these she could get into between them. Technically same here, although that might have her hit Evayne with her wild flashes. Maybe have you there. So then we have ourselves and Cassia. So we can't get very far. I mean, we have good cover already. Maybe we put Cassia here. So I might have her use her third eye outward to hit this area. Hopefully it wouldn't end up killing Evayne, but I don't know. But that might be fine. Alright, Argenta, you are first. What can you do? If we switched you to the Laz, or to the Sniper, and had you attack him, he has a lot of health. We could instead have her try and take out some of these smaller fry. Yeah, I don't know. I think this guy, because he's up high, he's going to get bonuses to attacking. So we'll shoot you
Faith without deed.
for a good hit. And then run and gun. Yeah, I don't think any of the burst stuff that she can do is great here because we've got a friendly in the middle. That guy's now taken care of. And that is your turn. Did you just kill one of your allies?
Death to the weak.
And the Warden actually came up to us. Okay. If Cassia stepped forward and used her third eye, we can't get him from here. I don't see it claiming that it's hitting him. Oh, but she'd probably be hit with an attack of opportunity from this guy, wouldn't you? Yeah. So what if instead you drew this guy away? Something like this. Because that doesn't get rid of your movement, right? Good, it does not. So, yes, stay where you are. pull this guy away. I want him to move as far as possible because he takes more damage the farther he walks. Or we could do Point of Curiosity. Except then she can't see. And that would hit both of them. What if we pushed her here? Actually, from there, do you have sight on him? You still don't. That is a shame. But then you're not in attack of opportunity range. You can take out a lot of people. Yeah, that hits most of the nearby people. That would kill your movement, though. So that one stops movement. These ones don't. Except you still don't get to affect him because he's out of line of sight. What about here? Is he still out of line of sight? Yeah, he is. You went back here then. There we go. So if we did something like this... Does this work on allies? No, all enemies. I just saw it highlighting our allies and I was worried. So all enemies in a 6-cell radius around the target must pass a willpower resistance test or immediately move 3 cells towards that point. So I could use this to drag a bunch of them forward. Yeah. Something like that. And then this... Now, if I use this, it would hit at least Heinrichs. And I don't think there's any way I could shape it to not. Like focusing where she looks. Although if I drag them far enough this way, then maybe I don't have to get Heinrichs in the blast. Yes. So we go here. That hits all of them. Hopefully we draw the leader away.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
Yeah, the plan's coming together.
I'm done with this one.
That was a fun bit of turn. Okay, Winterscale's still alive. Warden took a hit. But that's all fine. So now I can hit them all without risking Heinrichs, which is what I was wanting. Okay, so everyone in this nearby area besides the Warden is dead. We just have these two alive as well. She's really powerful. Like, Cassia is so good. Okay. Where can you see? Because if you move him... You can't really see much. If he's forced to move, then he takes additional damage for moving. And ideally, I want him to move closer to my allies, to my melee allies. That seems to not be a thing that's going to happen if I want him to have large amounts of movement. So maybe we'll just move you here.
Let's get to it.
There you go. Perfect. Excellent turn for Cassia.
Chaos guides me.
Alright, Ignatius. What are we going to do with you? My original thought was this is a big enough fight that it would make sense for him to light himself on fire. But the fight's almost over already, which is really strange. How big is the area on this? Doesn't really say. Well, I think it's a reasonable burst, but I don't think it would hit him if he's over there. So we could ignite you, which just straight up kills you. Huh. Okay. My thought was that I'd ignite him and then use Firestorm to hit the other guy. But no, we're just gonna kill them all. I guess start with the guy who's farther away. No, let's take out the Warden first.
I shall not fear.
Just to be sure that he dies. Oh. Oh no? Huh. Well, that changes things. I can orchestrate flames on him. So I suppose I shall. What can you tell me about this guy? He's still got the warp burn. He's staggered. Demonic armor. Minus 20 to toughness and gains 50% armor against all damage except warp damage. Close-up scanning. He's got a sword. He's got a las pistol. Nothing that explains how he can just come back to life. But I'm guessing I need to take out all the unholy lenses. That's a touch frustrating. Well, stay on fire, please. We can then do a run and gun,
All too easy.
which would allow me to ignite. Not doing anywhere near as much damage there. I could probably take out that guy. I can't ignite the lens. It's a bit of a shame. But probably will need our physical combatants, not psykers, to take out the lenses then.
Already done.
Let's try and take this guy out. There we go. High momentum, always good. I think that's a good turn for you, Ignatius. Bella, you can't get anywhere near him. Is he teleported way over there? Can you get to this lens? You can. I'm sure you can attack it. Let's verify that. You can't attack it. So we're not supposed to attack it. It's got 33 health though. How can it not be an option for striking it? No, then why could I not attack it with the greatsword? Oh, because I didn't actually click to attack. Okay. So problem is Argenta being here. Because if I did, say, Blade Dance, it attacks random people, including allies. And there's no guarantee that she would keep attacking the lens. What other options do I have strike-wise? We've got our normal strike, brutal strike, which is still the same damage but adds area. Or another brutal strike that just changes the area. They're all 17 to 20. So we could go there. I could, on the other hand, I'm able to do an offhand attack now, because I think she took that feat. So I'd get 2 strikes in. But that still wouldn't be enough to kill it. This is 8 to 12. This one is 18 to 21.
I shall not fail.
Just go for it. Oh, that is good damage. We could do this. Wish I could do the jump because that does 11 damage to adjacent enemies. But sometimes we start out with that available and sometimes we don't, and I'm not super confident of why one or the other. And so we can't do the offhanded attack. Alright. I think I'm gonna leave that as it is rather than risk the blade dance and do tons of damage to Argenta. It's a shame. Heinrichs. What to do with you? You can't get over to this guy, probably. Maybe, if we go here and then told you to charge, you can get to him. No. Why not? Shows that he can get to, like, various squares. But that one is too far. Invigorate, you don't need. Word of the Emperor. Yeah, go there. I think that's still a good call. And then you'll cast Iron Arm on yourself.
I'll put my psychic abilities to use.
There. Then charge. And you still think you aren't making it there. But he can make it here, it seems. Go as far as you can.
Of course, Lord Captain.
That's as far as you can make it. But for whatever reason, you weren't allowed to attack him from there. I don't make the rules. Then you can attack. Cleave. Psychic Force is 9 to 12 versus a basic attack is 6 to 9. Neither one is fantastic.
I won't
Just do a basic attack. And then endure.
Let's see to it.
Pascal. Can you do Machine Spirit Banishment on any of these? Is that because they're too far away? Yes. If we moved you forward... If I put you, just for sake of argument, here, and then tried Machine Spirit Banishment, no. I haven't found a good use for this ability that he has. It's fine, though. If you were to take a shot at this, you do some damage. Your accuracy is a bit lacking. But okay, what if we did an analyze enemies on the unholy lens. Then we could do a triple burst attack at it. So that's 1 AP. That would be 2 more AP. We'd have 1 more AP to spend. So wouldn't want to do Machine Spirit Communion. We could do Joint Analysis, I suppose. Alright, that all seems fine. If I do... Oh, we can't even do Analyze Enemies on that. I guess that's fair. If we can't do that, then let's use Machine Spirit Communion to boost all of us. It's probably the smart choice. So we can do that. And then we have him run over to here and do a burst on this thing. 54. Is that the same number we had over here? There's probably some areas that give slightly better chances than others. Can you undo that move? Normally right click undoes it, and it's not. Huh. Well, that position was as good as any, so... Since you're not allowing me to unselect it, you missed all 3 54% attacks. You serious? On a non-moving target. Sure. Good job, Pascal. Argenta. You used this. Only 40%. Yikes. You could destroy this with a single shot. You can't do run and gun yet. %40 is so bad. Why are you so bad? 65% on this one. Or we just take out this one. Switch to the bolter, single shot. 100% chance to destroy it. Sure.
I'll do it.
Get it removed. Suppose I probably should have moved her first, but it's fine. I guess that's her whole turn at this point. Good dodge. Cassia, what can you do to destroy these? Probably nothing, really. It's not like you can make it walk around and take damage from that. And I doubt your lidless stare. Your lidless stare does actually work on it. How about that? Is there any way? No, there's no way you could get both of them into a single attack. At least I wouldn't think so. No, she can't reach that. She could hit him. What if we used something like this to summon him to move over here, which is going to get him an attack opportunity and do some damage. And do that as our first action.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Because free attacks are always good. And then she probably... I mean, if we were willing to hit Pascal, she could hit this guy and that probably. With enough careful planning. I guess not even careful planning, just where we're standing. I don't really want to hit Pascal because last time we did it, it stunned him for a ton. Although this would kill the Warden again. But I assume he would just like pop out of this lens then. Which isn't ideal. Versus instead we could just use it on the lens itself to make sure to miss Pascal. So that is 2 actions. Or we could give someone else 2 action. Or, yeah. 2 attacks. And I don't know of anyone that would really benefit. We could also move this guy back past him again. I don't know if he gets a second attack opportunity in a turn. I'm thinking not.
If I may.
Let's make it quick.
Oh, nope, that killed him, and so a second one gets summoned. Fair. I suspect with both of these glowing, that means if he dies again, he doesn't come back. Probably. But now she can hit him with this as well, and not hit anyone else. So that works out quite well.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
So yeah, he's now half dead already. And the lens also took a good hit. Do we finest hour to give someone else a turn? And who would I give it to? Usually I give everything to Ignatius because he's just so powerful. He could just do a double burn on the Warden and take him out. I don't think... I mean, maybe he could attack the lenses if he was closer, but I think we tried it and he couldn't. Full AP and MP during the turn, there's no attack limit. Yeah. That's tempting to throw onto Ignatius. But he would have to walk back around here to get closer to the fray. Why not?
If only that were possible.
Oh, never mind. That's why not. So from where she is, she could choose Pascal or Heinrichs. Neither one would be great in this circumstance, so we'll just end turn. Ignatius gets his turn anyway. So if we step forward... You can ignite on this. Okay. If you don't move, can you ignite here? No, it's just barely out of range. What if you were over here? Still out of range. Okay. So if we put you here instead, then you have the ability to ignite and destroy this. If you did Firestorm, that does not probably get up there, I don't think. Well, I'm curious what happens if we take out a lens that's active right now, the one that's currently fueling him, or some such. Okay, nothing. Well, that answers that. We could do what we
Not my specialty.
did before to give us another 2 actions to ignite on him by using Firearm Mastery. He might not come back from here because this is already in use. if we kill him again. Who's next? Cabela? Where's she hiding out at? She's tucked back here. Yeah, I don't think she can effectively get into the fight. Heinrichs could get over there and possibly destroy that. But no, we'll use Firearm Mastery.
My time is now.
So he'll be able to do... Oh, right, he can't use... He can only do the Lightning Arc. I forgot that it doesn't give him back
Absolutely
Ignite. Well then... We can do this anyway. It's 1 AP. Just to do more damage to him.
Nothing I can't do.
Oh, does that not actually do more damage to him?
Suits my purposes.
Whatever. So yeah, definitely wasn't probably the best call to use it on Ignatius. Although,
Too easy.
I think this is fine.
Nothing of value has been lost.
So yeah, the battle's ended. We still want to take this out. I don't believe we've been properly introduced. Blood is bubbling on the young man's lips, and his voice is barely audible. But even now it remains melodious and quite courteous. Evayne Winterscale, off Koronus. Pleased, greatly pleased to make your acquaintance. Heinrich reaches a hand towards Evayne, and the temperature drops a few degrees. He's in a bad way, but timely assistance from a chirurgeon will save his life. For now, I will do what I can. On the rare days that Lord Winterscale visited York 5, the station was awash in the mists of warm hues. We were forbidden from meeting each other, but I was delighted still to see such rare colors in my home. Now, however, his colors are darkening, twisting from pain and bitterness. We must help, Lord Captain. We must save the clarity of his soul, for he whose presence makes the world a little brighter deserves no less. Lady Cassia, I presume? The sacred child of House Orsilio. How disgraceful it is that on the day we finally meet, Evayne looks away in shame. I find myself not at my best. There's no disgrace in your predicament, Lord Winterscale. The Lord Captain and I met under similarly dreadful and tragic circumstances. What have they done to you? Conserve your strength. You are wounded and need help. I must take my leave. I will see to it that assistance is provided to you, and you are escorted from here. I must take my leave. Your pilot will take you to Governor Medina, or finish him off. I cannot be certain you aren't infected with by this corruption as your friend was, except your death. Dude, no. We're definitely not doing that. What have they done to you? And the Warden, my friend, I tried to convince him to stop the riot. Diplomacy failed. Speaking is a struggle, but he continues stubbornly. Father hates diplomacy, which is why I had to try. Conserve your strength. You're wounded and need help. Wounded. I would have phrased it altogether differently. Tortured and maimed, perhaps. Have you ever had your eyes burned out? This was my first time. I cannot say I recommend the procedure. He was either trying to make light of the situation or growing delirious from the pain. I mean, there's cybernetics. I don't know if you can get a cybernetic to replace an eye that was burned out by war piracy, but hopefully. I must take my leave. I will see to it that assistance is provided to you and you are escorted from here. Also, hopefully you go back to Governor Medina with your pilot. But first, I'm going to give you assistance. He nods, giving in to oblivion. Doesn't look like giving in to oblivion. Alright, there's a lot going on here, but I think we need to destroy this lens first and foremost.
I'm always ready.
Or not? Oh, it just
None
spontaneously
shall stand in
destroyed
my
itself.
way.
Alright. I'm fine with that, I suppose. The crippled man's appearance is ghastly, and yet it is evidence he was cared for after his mutilation. Las gun, black chest plate. Bunch of stuff we've already looked at before. Warden. What do you have on you? A noble sword. 7 to 12, 10% armor penetration. Attacks with this sword cost +1 AP. Well, that's less than ideal. On a hit, the sword's attack inflicts the disturbed effect on the target for 2 rounds. If the target of the attack is already suffering from the disturbed effect, the attack deals an additional +4 damage to the target. Most warriors prefer swords for they provide more flexibility on the battlefield against close combat enemies. Plus 10% parry, minus 10 to enemy weapon skill when hit, which reduces enemy parry. It's cool, but the +1 AP on a strike is not awesome. Precise las pistol. It's cool, but I don't think we're going to use it. Improved armor body glove. Okay. I mean, don't body gloves normally just give 25%? How is this improved? We'll collect it and compare it to what we have. I don't think we need this, so I'm fine sending that to cargo. The improved body glove. So it's worse than what we have. Who else is wearing a body glove? You... It is technically better than what you have, but what you have gives additional bonuses to armor and skills. You're not in a body glove? You are. Psychic body glove. That also gives bonuses. Yeah, 25% I think is just the base of a body glove. So why... Yeah, we're just gonna send those to cargo. Your skin crawls as you approach this place. However, there does not appear to be anything of note. The mutiled man does not stir, bound in his shackles. The plaque near his head reads, Most Holy Prophet of an Optimate Atishan. Atishan is the one who is writing all the journals. So I guess they did capture him and mutilate him. And he did not survive. Alright, let's go over here to loot this stuff.
Victory awaits.
More stuff we don't care about. And goods. Sellables. Is there anywhere else to go? Yes, apparently. There's more goods that I haven't looted yet. How do we get up here? I think that's what we're looking at. No. Okay, where are the goods we haven't looted? Oh, goods, here. That body is different than the other bodies. Just a stub revolver.
I won't tolerate weakness.
The accretions on the outside of the structure indicate some regularly occurring natural phenomena. Possibly poison gas emissions. And nothing else. We've already been around here. Yeah, I think we've fully explored all of this. Can we... Until our next meeting, Lord Von Valencius, I require some time alone with my thoughts. Can we look at his stats? I'm not left-clicking, I'm right-clicking, which should show his stats. Because my thought is we could have Argenta attempt to medicate him. But it seems like that's not possible. Huh. Well, I hope that he gets out of here since we can't convince him to go with us. And we can't heal him or anything. Okay. Not a lot left to say or do with that. We can talk to the pilot potentially. Your lordship. The rebellion has been crushed. I have news of your lord. She anxiously pitches forward. Is Lord Winterscale alive? Is he alright? He is safe and in one piece. I shall receive him as a guest on my ship, so ready the shuttle. He's alive but badly wounded. Help my people get him into my ship. I mean, those are effectively saying the same thing. But no, I will inform her that he's badly wounded and ask for her help. I think that is sensible. He is alive but badly wounded. Help my people get him to my ship. There are glimmers of panic in the pilot's gaze, but she quickly pulls herself together. It will be done immediately. Thank you for letting me know, your lordship. I have no more questions. You may excuse yourself, pilot. Presumably, that is happening, and we just don't see it. So, I guess we go back to our void ship, and presumably we will see him on our ship. I hope. I guess I should have saved first. Just in case that doesn't work out the way I think it should. So if we leave the map, he should be on our ship, I think.